Welcome to intro of episode 12. This is take, I think, 175. I had such a bad luck filming the intro of this episode. This is why the episode is late, because I had so many issues with microphone and stuff not working, and it just couldn't fix itself and work. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, let me quickly walk you through what we did to this beautiful Audi TT Mark III. So, the first thing we did, we bought this thing as crash damage. It was totaled and the whole right side was perished, so to say. Then we stripped everything apart, we renewed most of the parts, we modified most of the parts to look better than brand new. We had a lot of fun modifying interior and exterior parts of this car. The goal with this build was to build it as a classic, but with some slight modifications just to make it slightly better. So yeah. Anyways, this is almost the final episode. You can probably tell the car is completely rebuilt. However, it still does not run. So you see, I got the car from the company that sells crash damage cars, and it came with no keys. So I said, okay, bummer, I know the keys from Audi are expensive, but tried to contact the seller if they could find the original key. They couldn't. So I ordered a brand new key with a chassis number, of course, directly from Audi. Got the key, it was something around 400 euros, I think. So yeah, a big hit to the budget, but you gotta have the key. After rebuilding everything, I was eager to start the car and edit some settings and everything. The car won't recognize the key, which is funny because it is a brand new key ordered especially for this car. And the other very peculiar thing is I cannot unlock the driver door. So I thought, okay, maybe somewhere in the process of owning the car, the previous owner changed the keys, I don't know. Ordered another lock. Turns out when I take this lock out, I can unlock it with a key that I bought. So now I have two lock cylinders for the driver door, which both work, but we have a key that doesn't. Yeah, so that is why we still cannot drive the car. As you can probably tell if you're watching the episodes all along, the car is now sitting in the back side of the garage near the door. The plan for now is to take the car, I think next week, put it on a trailer or on a trailer and get it to Audi directly. They're going to find out why the key is not working, which is something I cannot do because I cannot get the ignition to access the computers of the car. So yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to calibrate the front camera since the windshield has been changed. They're going to calibrate the rear camera since that has been retrofitted to the car. And you need to have some sort of white boards with black dots, and you need to place it in a specific distance back from the vehicle so the camera can calibrate it. Long story, yeah. And we need to do some more things like wheel alignment back and front. We need to change all four of the tires because I like to drive on winter tires. I got 4 new winter tires. That was somewhat 800 euros. Next big hit to the budget. I want it to get some of the gaps, body panel gaps a bit better adjusted because I'm happy with most of them. There's just one on the side that has been repaired that I cannot adjust on my own, and the passenger door now seem to close really. You need to slam them basically to close the door. So we need to get that working. It wasn't like that when the car got here. So I know the A-pillar isn't bent or something, which is good. It's just, I think they removed the passenger door when they were rebuilding the car, and I just need to undo the screws and then adjust the door. I want them to do that. So basically, and hopefully the plan is in the next couple of weeks, I should be getting a license plate for this car, and that one will be ready to drive. And I can hardly wait to start driving this car, even though I have an idea for a video that's supposed to be a first drive. It's just the street that I would love to film and take this car to is closed in the winter time. So since I'm near the Alps, you can probably tell it's going to be one hell of a video, and I plan on filming that in the spring as soon as the streets are open. Until then, I need to prepare myself real good for that video, and yeah, I am going to start driving this car before that. Once again, welcome to episode 12. In this episode, if I can remember correctly, we are going to put the body panels, the whole front of the body panels on, and do some bits and pieces that are required, put some fluids in the car. The car now has, I think, all of the fluids in. I just need to check the level of those fluids, which we are going to do at Audi, because for example, for DSG fluid, you need to have the car running at a certain temperature, or the gearbox, so you can check the level, which I cannot do right now. And you need to be under the car with the car running, basically, so you can do that. Yeah, I really do hope you enjoy watching this video. And if you do, please make sure to subscribe and like, because finishing this car means we can start working on this car over here, which you cannot see, but I can promise you it's going to be one wild build. And I haven't seen anyone else rebuild this car thoroughly and film everything, so I think this is going to be, I don't want to say first in the YouTube, but I hope to be. So yeah, there's plenty of interesting content to come, and I would really appreciate you smashing that like button and subscribing. So enjoy watching the video. Backside of the car was the easiest to get done, so that's what I did first. Installed the rear diffuser mounting points, cleaned everything up because we want everything to be nice and tidy. Afterwards, I installed the rear bumper and the taillights, and voila, we had the finished rear side of the car. Please don't let me drown. Please don't let me drown. Please don't let me drown. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in. And I don't wanna die, but your poison feels so right. But do I want you in your bed for me? A perfect storm. Sometimes the helping hand of a friend is everything you need to get the job done. In this case, a friend of mine who is a mechanic helped me with installing the windshield, and this is a job that you cannot do without the helping hand of a friend. So thank you so much for helping me. And while he was trying to code the key back to the car so we can start it, I was rebuilding the radiator pack back. So it is a puzzle made out of aluminium. There's plenty of stuff that goes interconnecting one to another. But yeah, I ended up building it back together. But do I want you in your bed for me? A perfect storm, a beautiful catastrophe. something very interesting I wanted to show you. So, as you know, this one got damaged in an accident, and I disassembled it because it came with an aftermarket sequential turn signals, which had a couple of cracks, so I needed to make sure they are watertight again. They are now, hopefully. This is a glass. I wanted to have a different style of glass, which I'm probably going to change somewhere down the line, because I like to have this part, the outer part, a spherical, I think it's called, because it shows you more of the, how do you call it, blind spot than the normal glass does. And this is the big reveal. As you know, the caps on this car are black, or were black before the accident, since one was broken, this one, and the other one was, I think, no, the other one is fine, it's just stuck with glue. So I wanted to do something different. I didn't like the black one on the yellow exterior. So what I went ahead and did is I re-sprayed. I bought a couple of, I just realized this is the wrong side. I bought a couple of second-hand ones. They were also black. Turned out they were spray painted with some terrible paint over the white that was OEM paint. So I needed to sand down 2 layers of paint, 1 layer, 2 layers of clear coat, and yeah, basically it was a lot of sanding just to go down to a surface that I could paint then. And I went for a TTS kind of vibe because I think this kind of color suits perfectly, just to give it that a little bit of something, you know. I didn't like the black ones. I didn't like the yellow ones, were even worse because it would look like a family car. This thing I think looks amazing, and this is the first time I ever spray painted something and it looks half decent. So I'm going to go ahead, take the right one, which is on the right side as well, and go ahead and then rebuild the whole side mirror. So we have to put the turn signal in. There's a ton of connectors. Put the cap back on, and at the end put the glass on. So that I'm going to do on the other side, and then we can proceed to probably lifting the car up for the fenders. If you've noticed the orange cable, this unfortunately isn't a hybrid model. It's just charging the battery that's in the back. Yeah, I mean, the overall theme of this rebuild is 2 steps forward, 1.5 steps back. So I just thought I'm done with this washer fluid bottle. Then I realized I have to remove it in order to put the fender in place. In order to put the fender easier, I had to lift the car. Also, in order to... what else was it? I need to bleed the brakes, which we don't have at the moment, so I need to remove the wheels for that as well. I needed to remove the back wheels as well for some screws of the rear bumper as well. So you get the idea. We are moving back and forth for quite some time now. Also, plenty of stuff over here. All of these steel cables that are actuating the locks are partially broken, so you cannot use them. I had to order the whole set. Also, out of 2 locks, 1 was damaged, which was somewhat obvious that this side was damaged. Anyways, we are kind of waiting on a lot of things, and I'm looking at stuff to do until those parts are here. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the fenders, then the washer fluid bottle. That's the one. And then I'll have to go from there. In the meantime, I grabbed myself something to eat because I was starving. And yeah, it's kind of a slow day, but progress nevertheless. Yeah, we are continuing with our back and forth motion as we have no wheels anymore. It is what it is. I took the wheels off because, yeah, we need to bleed the brakes. Otherwise, if I push down the brake pedal, I won't have a brake pressure enough to start the car. And also, it's going to be very unsafe to get the car out of the garage ready for the final inspection and whatever not. So, the problem is I have to do it by myself. I don't have anyone around at this time. A friend was here a couple of days ago, but yeah, we did some other things. We had other issues. We still don't have key that is programmed to the car. I guess there's been an error with programming since I ordered a key from Audi, and it usually comes pre-programmed to the car, which it didn't. So we are checking that out and seeing what's going on with that. Also, we did a couple of really nice details like emblems on the fenders and on the hood. Also, side mirror caps, which look amazing if you ask me. So we are basically in the final stages where a couple of things need to happen. One side skirt is going on right now. The other one I need to take back to my laboratory where I do some more precise work because it needs repairing. There's few cracks and few places where you should put the screws in that are missing. So I need to kind of rebuild those places so you can really screw the side skirt in properly. I'm getting a bit, yeah. Anyways. We're going to go ahead and install the side skirt and see if there are any other parts in the storage left so we can install them as well. And then, yeah, I'll have to wait for some parts to arrive before we continue finally putting this thing back together.
Bleeding the brakes isn't usually that hard of a job, but it does require you to have a second person with you, which I didn't have. So all you have to do is start from the farthest side from the brake servo and then go around the car towards the closest wheel to the brake servo, which is front left in my case.
One very important final step, headlights. What we have here are a couple of matrix LED headlights that I bought used, and they had damaged mounting points over here, maybe somewhere else as well. I have 3D printed the new ones, the mounting points I mean. Some of them I painted black nicely, some of them stayed nice and orange. This is how they look, you can see. Really, really nicely 3D printed. And yeah, they consist of 3 modules. One is on the side, 1 and 2 are on the underside. So the idea now is just to loosely install them in the car, because I need to adjust the gaps between the panels on the fenders, on the hood and everything. So I'll be just loosely putting them in so I can see how it all sits in the car. And once I get the rest of the parts that I ordered that I was missing, I will be able to put everything firmly in. Also, if you're interested what is inside of those headlights, I have a video I made earlier this year on disassembling the whole headlight. It's really interesting how many parts and things that there are in here. Okay, I just realized I have another mounting point that I've 3D printed. It's really good to have those. I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's put them in. This is by far one of the stupidest designs I have seen on the headlights. You have to disassemble half of the headlight in order to put it in the car, so you can assemble it, but you really cannot because there's plenty of things in the way. Whew. Obviously, I'm irritated. I got both of them in. I've plugged them in. They are still not screwed. They are still not screwed in because I need to fine adjust most of the panels up front. We need to wait on the Bowden cables for the locks as well, and then I think the final step would be to put the front bumper on. It's assembled already, so it's like one connector on the left hand side and that's it, and just shove it in or on. But I mean, if we put this thing down, it should start to look like a real car, like a real TT. It's been a journey and a half. Oh, this one is way off. This one is way off. This one sits really nicely. But there's plenty of adjustments, and I'm waiting on a adjustment screws and everything whatnot, so I think this one needs to go a bit more down because the hood is still opened in a way, or maybe not. I'll see. Once I have all of the pieces, all of the missing parts, I can go ahead and adjust everything so it looks like a really fresh new car. Until then, we have to wait.
You got me exclusive. I'm so high, up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy. You like that? Don't back down. No, you drop back. Keep it spicy. There's a fact. We on the right track, yeah. Driving me wild, giddy up like a stallion. Saddle up and ride you. We crossing the line like a champion.
Mounting the front bumper made the car look complete for the first time, and I was enjoying mounting it and seeing how the car is going to look like once it's back on the road. So this was a really special moment for me.
Coming at the same time, yeah. You don't got the time for us. When we make it rain in the bedroom, we don't tell us all what we gon' do. Dirty little secrets, yeah. Keep it in the sheets with us. When we make it rain in the bedroom.
One last step was filling up the coolant and all the other fluids, so the car is now almost complete.
You don't got the time for us. When we make it rain in the bedroom, we don't tell us all what we gon' do.
So, like I promised, it was a hopefully a nice video. Now I want to thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you liked it, and hopefully you either learned something or watching me, as a goof as I am, successfully rebuilding a car that was that much damaged, inspires you to try on your own, because honestly, that is how I started doing this. I got inspired from watching other people who are doing a great job at filming, rebuilding the cars. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next build. Bye!